We're back for another video. Thank you all for joining us. We're here with Marla Lawson, our wonderful teacher. Hey, Marla.
Hi.
And an extra treat, we're back with our guest learner, Adam from Marla's class. Adam, thank you so much for joining us for this.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
So members of the class are able to leave questions for Marla on the class page related to the lessons and the topics being covered. And sometimes members of the class share hands that they've played recently. So this is just a real life hand that Adam played recently. Why don't I turn it over to you guys? Adam, we can load up the hand and you can just talk through your thought process and what inspired you to reach out, what questions you had while you were playing this. How does that sound?
Yeah, that sounds great.
All right, I'll hide myself and bring that hand on up.
Okay, so this was a hand that I played in one of BBO's free weekly instant tournaments a couple weeks back, and I don't know, I always am thinking more about the boards where I got a sort of okay score, and this was one where I got sort of an okay score, and I thought I had kind of, I don't know, there were some weird suit combos that I felt like I didn't know how to play very well. And yeah, those were the questions I had, I think.
Well, I'll try to answer.
Okay. And so yeah, we went through the bidding, and me and my robot partner ended up in 3 diamonds. And yeah, I feel like part scores are always the ones where I'm struggling the most. So
sometimes they're harder. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And here we are. We got the 4 of spades.
Well, so we're in a suit contract, so we have to pick the master hand, which would be South, because South has more trump. And we have to count our losers and our winners. But I always start with the losers in a suit contract. So, well, what do you think? Going suit by suit. And you can look at what you have in both hands, but just consider South's losers.
So it looks like we've got 2 spade losers because we can cover one of them up with the ace. We've got a heart loser to the ace. I don't think we should have any diamond losers. And then we've got maybe 2 club losers.
Right. So that's 4. And we're in a 3-level contract. So we should make our contract, but we always like, to have insurance and to do better than just making it if we can. Well, do you see any ways to get rid of some of the losers?
Yeah. So we'd like to rough one of our spades, since partner only has 2 of them. And then maybe we could get rid of one of our clubs if the ace is with east and we try to finesse. Those are, or I guess, right. Now I'm remembering why I brought this hand in, and it was because I couldn't decide whether to try those or to try and, if we could set up North's long heart suit, then maybe we could throw away losers on that.
That's very good thinking. Yes.
Yeah, and those are the only ways that I can see.
Yes, well, those are all the 3 ways to get rid of the losers. You can rough them, you can pitch them on a string of winners in the other hand, or you can finesse. So, well, the second question, we'll have to think about where we want to, we can only certainly win the trick in the north hand, but is there a reason not to win the first trick? There may be, there may not be. And would there be a reason not to draw trump immediately? And so part of the second question involves which strategy you want to adopt for the first.
Yeah.
Seems,
yeah. I guess one question is, what will happen if do I have time to set up the hearts, I guess, is the first question.
Right, because you have to lose the lead.
Mhm.
And the danger, I guess, would be, I mean, you're always going to lose at least one spade.
Mhm.
So, for example, if you win the ace and immediately start working on hearts, the danger would be if East has the ace of hearts and they grab it and then they play a club through your king small,
Mhm.
then your clubs might be in trouble. And worst case scenario, so you lose the club, then they play another spade, which you have to lose because you haven't, you still have the one spade left. And then, so you can set up the hearts, and in a nice friendly world, then you could pitch some losers, but it may not work out depending
Yeah.
on who has the ace and what they do next.
Mhm.
But I think that's a reasonable approach to take.
Mhm.
That's probably what I would try first,
Okay. Should we
and
give
then
it a
see
shot?
what happens. Now I don't know, like I don't know how this works. If you
I'm not sure either. I know I can hit next to go through well, we can see what
what
I did.
actually happened.
So it looks like I took the ace and then drew trumps. Oh, drew one round of trumps and then played a spade. And then they let a club through my king. Oh, and the finesse did
Oh, but
work.
it held. Oh, excellent.
And
Okay.
then I roughed my spade and drew another trump. And it looks like trumps broke 4-1.
Okay.
And then I think I ran into some transportation issues, maybe. They took the ace, and then they took a club, and then I got over roughed on a spade. So I let them
Ah,
I hit late,
right.
and then so I think I still make this contract, but I don't get my over trick.
Right.
Yeah,
And did you see what other people did? Did other people
I know
take?
that some people made an over trick, but I don't remember how anymore. Let's see. I think it was through more careful management of their entries.
Hmm.
And not letting I think it was setting up the hearts was how it worked out, because once you
Right.
set up the hearts you can, I guess you can draw the last trumps, or they might
Yeah.
have.
I mean, what happens if you win? I think you can if you can click one card at a time. If you win, don't yeah,
Sorry.
just no, just I think you can play all four of them. So click something from
So
robot,
ace
like the
and then a
three.
little.
Yeah. And now, what if you attack hearts immediately?
So if I play, well, I guess I should honors from the
Place,
short.
yeah, I would play small toward the king, right?
Go king, and then west probably doesn't have a reason to hold up, right?
Yeah, if they do, it's not obvious to me. But you make it easy. Take their ace, and
Okay.
then what are they going to do? Then they maybe are going to play another spade, probably.
Okay, so if they play a spade, spade, and then east, I can throw a low one.
Right. And so now North is the dummy, so they can see that if they play another spade, it's going to get roughed.
Mm-hmm.
So, but well, now I guess kind of whatever they do, you would be okay
Mm-hmm.
because if they play a diamond, fine, then you just start drawing trump, and then you can run the hearts and pitch your other losers. If they play a spade, you ruff, and then you draw trump, and then you run the hearts. And if they play a club, well, your king will win, or they'll grab their ace of clubs and your king is set up. So,
So yeah, it looks like whatever they play will get our over trick, because they'll only be able to get that one club.
Yeah. And if they don't, excuse me, and if they don't grab their ace, you might be able to like draw trump and then run the hearts and pitch your clubs. I don't know.
Oh yeah. So if they went like club, and then we could maybe start by roughing our spade.
You don't even necessarily need to, because because the hearts are good now. So I would just draw trump, but we have to make sure that because you've got hearts to get back there. Yeah, so I would just draw trump, and then run the hearts.
Because I guess we can count our winners now, right? And we've got those 5 diamonds and 4 hearts, which gets us. Oh, that gets us all the rest of the tricks, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Would, I guess. Yeah. Wow.
So you could make 2 over tricks if they I guess if they, decide not to take their ace of clubs.
Right.
Feeling kind on that day.
And robots are never that kind. So
no, not in my experience.
But yeah, I think I was looking at this when you first sent it to me, and I'm like, oh, this is tough because of the break in diamonds. Not only is it 4-1, but the person with 4 has 10, 9, 8, 7. So.
Yep. Yeah.
That's a problem. This was a tough hand.
It was a cool hand. The other way that people did well was instead of this 2 diamond bid here, they made a support double, which I did not know about until that. And then but yeah, it was cool. Like
right.
New fancy bid.
Right. Those will be coming later in class.
Okay. I'm excited. Looking forward to it.
But yeah, this was a great hand. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah. Thank you for looking it over with me.
Well, thank you both. Really interesting hand. Adam, maybe you could send over the hand viewer link. I'll include that in the video description if the viewers want to try clicking through themselves, try different lines of play. We'll leave that there for them. And let me just quickly put up the URL. To learn more about Marla's lessons, just go here. You can even try a sample lesson. Even join us for a free trial. Hang out with Adam, me, and many others in the class. We'd love to see you there. Thank you so much, Marla. Thank you, Adam.
Thanks, everyone.